Good morning and welcome to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. I'm Shawn DeKnight. Sheriff, our topic today is really hitting home at the all-in concept.
You know, Shonda, one of the things we've talked about for years is how can we drive crime down? How can we mitigate the impact that crime has in our communities? And one of the things we've learned is that it takes the entire community engaged. And one of the major components of our community is our faith-based community.
Absolutely.
I mean, I go down in Frenchtown and some of the South Side communities, and in one case I counted 60 churches in the same vicinity.
Yes.
And we're going to tap into that resource we have in our community, getting our churches involved in what we're trying to do to meet the needs of the kids in our communities. Our churches, quite honestly, are an anchor.
Yes.
An anchor for not only worship, but growing families. And that's something we're going to talk about at length. How can we engage with our faith-based community to assist us in trying to change lives? And that's what church is all about, is trying to bring people to the Lord.
Transformation.
Absolutely, and we want to be engaged in that process as well.
Certainly, and you know, when we talk about the faith-based community, your administration's worked really hard to engage the faith-based community to get out into these communities. Our partner who's on today, they've certainly been at the table and they're ready to get out there in action.
And we want to make sure that people know who they are out there. All these faith-based communities need to see how other faith-based communities are embracing what we're trying to do, and we hope they can come on and be a part of our efforts.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about one of those specific efforts. It's an opportunity for parents to get their kids geared up for back to school, and we're going to hear about some of their other engagements as well.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, you want to be able to stick around. Coming up after the break, we're going to hear more about that back to school event, but it's more than a giveaway. It's an opportunity to really be all in. Stay tuned.
Good morning. I'm Deputy Kelly, Leon County Sheriff's Office, Uniform Patrol, with your Safety Tip Tuesday.
Hurricane season has started and lasts until November 30th. It is imperative you be prepared and stay informed both before and after a hurricane strikes. Don't wait until disaster strikes. Start planning now. The plan should include steps to take before, during, and after the storm. Don't wait until the last minute to get fuel. Staying prepared will reduce the strain on fuel distribution and will help ensure that fuel is available as needed. If your home was damaged in the storm and is in need of repair, check each contractor's address, license, and complaint history by calling the Department of Business and Professional Regulation or by visiting their website at myfloridalicense.com. Remember, your food and water may be negatively impacted by floodwaters and power outages. Stock up on non-perishable food items and water and store them in a safe place.
And that's your safety tip, and have a great day.
Hey everybody, it's gonna be just plain hot out there.
In 70-degree weather, it takes only minutes for the inside of your car to heat up like an oven. At 104 degrees, heat stroke begins, followed by loss of consciousness. Every year, almost 40 children die of heat stroke after being forgotten in a vehicle. A simple change in daily routine is often the cause. Look before you lock. Brought to you by Kids in Cars.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. And it's a danger you might not see coming. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. A fraction of a raindrop, or 3 grains of salt. Your drugs don't come with an ingredients list. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, or smell it, or taste it. Fentanyl is one of the most common drugs involved in overdose deaths. Know the dangers. Learn the facts about fentanyl and ways to protect yourself at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Welcome back. Every day we see organizations, churches, nonprofits, and volunteers making a real difference in the lives of families throughout our community. Today, we're highlighting one of those efforts. Joining me now is, first of all, is pastor of New Mount Zion AME Church, Pastor Michael Bale. Pastor, talk to us about, I know you've only been here for a little while, but talk to us about how did you get here, and how did you select the New Mount Zion Church as the place you wanted to be the pastor of?
Well, I am AME, so, part of the process is like, sometimes even moving around, and, Pastor Elwell, who was the pastor before me, he moved on to another church, and, I was asked to be the pastor of this church. I'm grateful. I'm really honored. This is a great experience, man. I'm just truly honored. So, new to Tallahassee, loving Tallahassee.
You are new to Tallahassee. Been here for about, 3 years now?
3 years, yes, sir.
And what's been your biggest experience in this community in terms of our worship services?
I feel like we've had some great worship experiences. I love New Mount Zion. I mean, I believe that the worship is like really high. So I think that that's been the real experience, just having really high worship and consistent high worship, people growing in faith and growing in the Lord. That's really been very refreshing and, exciting for me during this time that I've been here.
You kicked off a tremendous effort trying to engage this community in so many ways. You've got so many ministries going on. But talk about this one we're here to talk about today, this tailgating and reaching out to our youth in our community. What drives you to want to be involved in that way?
For me, I truly believe, Sheriff, that the church is much bigger than the four walls. And for me, I've been here for 3 years, and when I first got here, one of the things that I wanted to do is make sure that I handled the inside of the church. Make sure that we were stable and functioning. But now it's really time for me to step outside of the church and really impact the community. So, this ultimate back-to-school tailgate, I think it's going to be a great event. We're giving away backpacks. We're giving away free haircuts. We have school supplies that's going to be given away. We have voters registration that's going to be a part. So I think it's going to be a very good event. It's August the 8th from 9 to 12 p.m.
Tell us about this effort that you all have kicked off with the tailgate. How are you reaching out to other faith communities in our city and our county to be a part of your effort here with this tailgating for our kids?
Yeah, I mean, well, we're on the radio. I've talked to a few of the pastors that I know in this city. We're pushing it, a lot on social media. So we try to partner with just a few people, so that we are able to just have a good amount of people and really be able to service the community.
Most folks, I think, when they look at it and they talk about a pastor coming out and what a pastor does in a community, why is it that your church, New Mount Zion, is reaching outside of the walls as you just described it? What's the impact you're trying to make, particularly with the youth and people who are non-church in our community?
I mean, ultimately, my goal is to draw people to Christ. But I do feel that that the church is a place where our responsibility is to be, community-based. I believe that that's why Christ, and that's what Christ challenged us to do, to reach out to the community, touch people, help people. This is a helping, thing that we do. So really what I want to do is I just want to help people that are in need.
Yeah, outside of the tailgate, name some of the other ministries you have there at New Mount Zion that are outward looking into the community.
We partner with some of the elementary schools that are in our neighborhood. Also, one of the things that I really enjoy that we do is every single month we give away to the homeless at the Kearney Center. We provide, events to help people. We're getting ready to do a couple more events that we have coming up in the near future that's going to really open up people so that they can come to our church and really be a part of our church and even be a part of community things even outside the church.
Between the community and the business community out there, what advice would you give other churches and to the businesses out there to assist in this effort?
Get connected. I think that's very important. Just get connected. I think also, I feel like it's important for us all to do our part. We all have our own part in that. I would just challenge everybody to really focus on your part. Focus on what God called you to do and make sure that that community service is a function, a focus of your church. Let me say that word. Right. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Pastor Bell. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at the ultimate community back-to-school tailgate itself and what it does for families and the expectations the volunteers can have. Stay tuned.
An email from the post office. How do they even know my email address?
They don't. This is a bogus email sent by scammers that looks like it is coming from the Postal Service, or even the Postmaster General himself. The email contains fraudulent information about an attempted or intercepted package delivery, and provides a link to click on to find out when delivery is expected. But that click can activate a virus, which can steal personal information such as usernames, passwords, or financial account numbers stored on the computer or mobile devices. Here are some telltale signs that an email is bogus. It contains poor grammar or spelling errors. It states that immediate action must be taken or there'll be dire consequences. It requests personal information under the guise of reconfirming information. The Postal Service does not notify customers about package delivery attempts by email. If you receive such a message, don't open it. Instead, forward it to spam@uspis.gov and then delete the email.
At the Florida Sheriff's Association, we are able to serve our sheriffs and Floridians thanks to our member support. The FSA Member Perks program was created to give back to our members for all that they do. Members enjoy savings on restaurants, vacations, golf courses, car rentals, healthcare, movie tickets, theme parks, online shopping, and more. With over 300,000 offers, you'll always find ways to save. To learn more or to join the Florida Sheriff's Association, visit fsamemberperks.org.
You are here, helping us give everyone the chance to live a longer, healthier life, free from breast cancer. You are survivors, you are thrivers and supporters. You are the heartbeat of the #1 breast cancer movement in the country. You are making strides against breast cancer. Together, we are the hope, the movement, the future. Join us.
Welcome back to Leon County Today. Joining us now is Gerald Tukes, who leads the media ministry of New Mount Zion AME Church and has been instrumental in helping bring the exciting community event to life. Gerald, tell us about the ultimate tailgate party, New Mount Zion AME Church.
Well, Sheriff, thank you for having me. The ultimate tailgate and back to school party is an effort to bring the community together, but also the opportunity to serve the community, particularly our youth as they prepare to go back to school, by providing them with backpacks, the opportunity to get haircuts or their hairstyle, I think is a big proponent of what we're trying to do, as well as clothing giveaway. So we're excited about having this opportunity to be able to share our ministry outside of the church.
Okay, you talked about a few of those things. So when we and other people from the community get over there and engage in the tailgate, what can we expect? What kind of things can we engage in? Are things we can purchase or?
So you don't have to worry about, food perhaps, but we do have food trucks. And like I said, the registration with the NAACP, voter registration drive, we've partnered with some people in the community to be able to bring those particular resources, including health screening as well.
You know, I've been impressed with New Mount Zion. I'm a member, I have to tell people that. But I've been very impressed with the fact that you're not just reaching out to the clergy in our community, but reaching out to business communities in all aspects of our community. Tell us, why is that so important?
Sheriff, I believe it's important because that's part of the community. The church is a big part of that community. And we all have to kind of work together to make this community what we want it to ultimately become. I think that with the business community, this gives them a chance to expose their business, which could also lead to employment opportunities for people within the church or within the community. And so exposing the businesses that will be at this event, they won't be selling anything, but they'll get a chance to promote their business.
Okay. Now, for us in the Leon County Sheriff's Office, we talk about being all in, and for us, sometimes that means trying to bring families together. How do you see that as a component of what you all are doing with the tailgate?
Well, as you know, when we think about the church, we think about families within the church. So we feel like we're bringing families together within the community to be able to help support the mission of the church. And this gives the church an opportunity to reach out to those families who may not be a member of a particular church, but we ultimately think that this gives us an opportunity to make that connection.
You know, we talked a moment ago about businesses, but you know, what can we expect if a business does come and is involved in the event? Why would they do that? What is the takeaway that a business might have that might enhance their footprint in our community?
I think that sometimes some businesses will have their little silo of areas that they kind of work within. And this gives them another opportunity to expose to a different community that perhaps they had not realized that the church community is just as important in terms of services that they provide.
Yeah, we've got about, I think about a minute or so left. Why don't you express to the community exactly what you're trying to achieve and why it's so important for them to come out and be a part of this?
I think that ultimately what we're trying to achieve at New Mount Zion is that we want to get beyond the four walls of the church. This gives an opportunity because of the fact that we have so many partners that we're bringing between, like I said, the health screening and businesses and voter registration, but also barbers and beauticians, and again, the clothing part of it, aspect that we're doing as well.
And I love the fact you've got that health screening piece. That is huge in our community. It's got to be something that there's so many kids and so many families that don't get the opportunity to be screened and don't have an idea about the health issues that they're being impacted by. So thank you all for what you're doing there. So thanks, Gerald. The Ultimate Community Back to School Tailgate will take place on Saturday, August 8th from 9 a.m. until noon at the New Mount Zion Church located at 1401 Old Bainbridge Road. The event is free and open to the public. We hope to see you all there and bring your support. Next in our Deputy on Duty, the training never stops. How our deputies are working to de-escalate incidents long before they happen. Stay tuned.
Another teenager, victim to fake pills. That smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be this easy?
Yeah, bro, I'm picking up. Same guy. I bet. Got you 5.
Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that fake prescription pills may contain fentanyl? And an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. Listen. Before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real.
If you need me, I'll be
For people facing cancer, often withstanding between them and life-saving treatment is a ride to get there.
Today, I'm ringing the bell.
You can change someone's life in as little as 1 hour a week.
You got this.
Join the American Cancer Society to use your drive for good.
Thank you so much for picking me up.
Volunteer at cancer.org/drive to help save lives.
Can I have this?
We all love to cut corners.
You're all set? Okay, great.
But when it comes to crossing the road, this is one corner you can't cut. Always cross at an intersection. Use the crosswalk pedestrian signal. And when you cross, be alert. Make sure approaching drivers see you and have enough time to stop. Drivers, you cannot cut this corner either. You're required to stop for pedestrians in a crosswalk. It is the law.
Really?
Yes. Alert today, alive tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
On this segment of Deputy on Duty,
we get an inside look into some of the defensive tactics training the Leon County Sheriff's Office has to offer.
The defensive tactics training is basically the training that we have for the officers just in case of sudden attacks from inmates to make sure that their safety. We also did CPR in this class also.
Sergeant Mack has been with the agency for over 2 decades and now is equipping detention deputies and staff with valuable knowledge and skills to better serve in their roles.
With our defensive tactics, we've actually gone to a lot more of like martial art, jiu-jitsu type training. That training consists of basically using maneuvers or techniques that are less likely to cause harm to an inmate.
During the latest training session, deputies engaged in a range of scenarios focused on ensuring safety for both themselves and the incarcerated individuals.
When we state in defensive tactics, a lot of people think that we're going in to do a lot of hands-on. It's not that case because we also teach a lot of de-escalation skills. When we did this scenario, it was basically to get the officers to go in and see if they can de-escalate the situation by talking to the subject to get out to come out of the room.
The LCSO training unit is dedicated to ensuring that staff and deputies receive proper and consistent training at all times.
When I was in high school, the coach always used to tell us, what you do in practice, you'll do in the game. So I take that same aspect in a lot that we do here, because the more you do things, the more comfortable you will get with doing those things. So the more we train, the more you remember and things of that nature.
Rather than a standalone technique training, scenario-based training can enable deputies and staff to prepare for various circumstances that may arise.
With these scenario-based, we try to make them as realistic as possible. We may have a lot of streaming and everything else. We want the adrenaline to start pumping, because once you get in a real-life scenario, when the adrenaline starts pumping, you sometimes hit a tunnel vision. After you hit that tunnel vision, you need to be able to kind of bring yourself out of it.
As the world and technology changes, it's crucial that the trainings offered evolve too.
Oh, we actually go to a lot of classes for de-escalation. The administration and our sheriff is big on de-escalation. And with me, I think that's probably your best defensive tactics technique is de-escalation. If you can learn to talk to someone, you can de-escalate a lot of those situations. You don't even have to go into the defensive tactics. If they know you're fair with them, they pretty much listen to anything you have to say.
Sergeant Mack's ultimate goal for these trainings are,
as long as we consistently train, use these methods and everything, that de-escalation is going to be one of our biggest factors. We go in and, okay, defensive tactics training. It's exactly what it says, defensive tactics. We don't have offensive tactics, it's defensive. We're not going in situations to harm people.
If you're ready to join the LCSO family, apply today at leoncountyso.com. For Leon County Today, I'm Giovanni Hampton.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Download the Leon County Sheriff's Office mobile app right now. Our mobile app makes it easier than ever to report a crime and get important safety alerts. And follow reported crimes in your neighborhood, all in one convenient location in the palm of your hands. Download LCSO Connect right now. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play by searching LCSO Connect. You can more details about the features of the app on our website, leoncountyso.com.
In times of stress such as quarantine, what goes on behind closed doors can be terrifying, but you don't have to suffer in silence. Help is here. Love is not controlling, love is not frightening, and love is not violent. Love is respect. If you need assistance or just want to talk, we are here. In Florida, call the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 800-500-1119 to speak to someone in your area, Or for more information, email the Domestic Violence Coordinating Council at dvcctally@gmail.com.
This is another day to go further. With every step, we carry hope, and together, we celebrate every win. We carry the memories of those we remember, and we carry it all with strength, ready to fight back. We will never give up. We will never stop. For every cancer, every life. Join us at Relay for Life.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. And Sheriff, our deputies are training all the time. You know, they get into these positions, but there is constant learning on the job.
Absolutely, Shonda. No situation is the same when our deputies respond to a situation. There may be a gun or something involved, but none is ever the same. And we've got to get there, and our deputies are being trained to get there and first observe and see what's going on, and then try to figure out what's the key event here.
Right.
And try to then dub into that key event so that the thing doesn't grow into anything outside of that. And I tell you, our trainers are doing a great job of getting that message across, and just taking that opportunity to observe. It protects yourself as a law enforcement officer when you get there. The biggest thing you have is your senses, and that's what de-escalation teaches. Utilize those senses to make sure that and if people are in a heightened state when you get there,
right,
our thing is to bring them down.
Yes.
And that's what the de-escalation is all about, is to try to talk those persons through. Ultimately, in some cases, we have to take corrective action.
Right.
We have to make an arrest. But I'm happy to say that when I look at the stats and the research we've done over the last 3 to 5 years, we do a really good job of de-escalating circumstances in Leon County.
They really do. They go through all those scenarios to be prepared for sure. And then New Mount Zion really leading the way when it comes to getting out to these communities, making impact.
You know, I'm so proud to be a member of New Mount Zion, and the fact that we are taking on this task of trying to meet the kids where they are as they come back to school. We've said for years and years, our major problem here in terms of fighting crime is making sure those kids can read at the 3rd grade reading level.
Yes.
And backpacks and people taking time to engage with these kids makes a difference. You may not believe it does, but it truly makes a difference in the lives of these kids and their families.
Absolutely it does. Well, we thank them and we thank you all for joining us for another episode. We'll see you back here next week.